I'm Cheryl, and with me today we have Alhamed. Alhamed, say hi so that everyone can
Hi
see
everyone, good morning.
Okay, that's Alhamed, and today Alhamed has something interesting to share with everyone in the room. And we also have Zhi Qiang later on to demo his project. Okay, Zhi Qiang, are you there? Are you ready? Okay, you can say hi later on when you demo your project. Okay, so welcome everyone to Microbit Fun Challenge, and this is challenge number 6. Well done to you if you have been with us since the very beginning. I know Cikgu Wong has been following since the very beginning. Good job. Hi, Cikgu Wong. Okay, so for today, I will just briefly go through. Hi, Cikgu Wong. Okay, so this is Microbit Fun Challenge. So what we do is every month we have a theme. Okay, and the theme for this month is Smart Projects. Okay, so we have a demo and Q&A session like this morning, whereby we have special guest speakers to share with you a project on that theme, and you can ask questions if you have any at the end of the session. And after that, you can go and program your own project. That's the fun part. Okay, get hands-on, build your own project, and we'd like to invite you to take a demo video, share the video, and send the link to us. Okay, fill out the form, give us the project link and the video, and you are in for stand a chance to win lucky draw prizes. Okay, so that's a simple intro about Microbit Fun Challenge. And for this month, we are going to build smart projects. Okay, and later on, Alhamed is going to demo how to build your own plant watering system. And Zhi Qiang will come at the end, towards the end of the session, to share with us his project. He built an auto pet feeder. Okay, so these are two ideas to start with. You are welcome to build your own smart project. It can be a smart home project, any project you like using Microbit, and then share with us. Okay, so without much further ado, I pass the time over to Alhamed. He has prepared a lot of interesting stuff to share with us. Okay, do you know how to detect soil moisture? How do you know if the soil is dry? When to water the plant? And is it possible to automate it so that you don't have to worry about your plant dying, especially when you're away for a few days, right? Okay, so over to you, Ahmed.
All right, hi everyone, good morning. So I will start first by sharing my screen. All right. Can you see?
Yes.
You see my slides?
Yeah. Yep, can see your slide.
All right, great. All right. Hi everyone, and a very good morning to all of you. Thanks a lot, Ms. Chair, for having me today. I'm so excited and I cannot wait to start having fun with all our friends here. Also, thank you guys for joining us in this session. I hope you are doing well. I am Abdulrahman Alhamed, and I'm so happy to have the opportunity to meet you today. So as you may read in the title of this webinar, I'm going to show you and demonstrate to you two things. One, we will learn how to detect the soil moisture of the plants. And then we will see how to build an auto plant watering system. I'm very sure you'll have a lot of fun today. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. So the first thing we want to learn today is how to detect the soil moisture level. We want the microbit to show us whether our plants are dry or moist. So to do that, we need 3 components: microbit, 2 nails, and 2 crocodile clips. That's it, and we will be ready to program the microbit to detect the soil moisture level. So once you get these components, this is how you should do the connection between them. We will connect one side of the crocodile clip to pin 0 and the other side to 1 nail. and bring another crocodile clip and connect one side of it to 3-fold pin and the other side to the other nail. That's it. It's very easy and straightforward. Let me show you my hardware setup first, and then we can move to program the microbit. All right. Can you see my setup, hardware setup?
Yes, very clear.
All right, great. So as you can see here, we have the microbit, we have the crocodile clips, and so the idea of this experiment or project, we want to get the values of the soil level. All right, is of the level once and later once it's wet. So let's move on to the MakeCode editor and start to program the microbit. All right, can you see my tab?
Yes.
Great. All right. So we will begin by making a variable, and then we will call it soil moisture. All right. And then we will set this soil moisture to, we will go to advanced and then pins category. And then we will click on, or we will drag analog read pin 0. All right. So drag this one over here. This way, we will get the reading of the soil moisture. Now, we want to display the reading on the microbit screen over here. So, to do that, we will go to Input category and then choose the On button A pressed. So, drag this one over here. After that, we will go to Basic category. Then we will show number. So drag this block under On button A pressed. So over here, we want to show the number of the soil moisture, right? So go to variables and then drag this variable, soil moisture, over here. And that's it. This is how you can show the value of the soil moisture level. So now we will download the code and see together how this is going to work with our microbit. Right? So now I'm downloading the code to my microbit. Here it is. Still downloading. All right, here. All right. So now, as you can see, the soil is dry. All right. I will stick the nails inside it. And then I will click button A to display the value of the soil once it's dry. Press button A, you will notice the value is around 300, right? 300 something. This is the value once the soil is dry. Before we move to get the value of wet soil, we want to record this value first. The first one we have. It's 360 something, all right? So let's record this together. Here, I prepared this table just to remember that. So once the soil is dry, the value will become 300, let's say 60, all right? Now, let's see what the value is going to be once the soil is wet. Let's assume here we have a very wet soil. So I will dip the nails inside it this way. And then I will click on button A and let's see what's the value we're going to have. Do you notice that? It's almost 1,900 something, all right? So now we have two values, one for the dry soil and one for the wet soil. It's important to record that so later we can improve our code. So the reading value of the wet soil is 1000. From this, we can improve our code, all right? So what I'm going to do now is to show a happy face on the microbit once the soil is wet. Happy face, it's wet, right? And I will be showing a sad face once the soil is dry.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Ahmad, from the table just now, can I conclude that if it's dry, then the value is lower, and if it's wet, then it will be higher?
Exactly, that's true.
Yeah.
If you notice here, whenever the value drop or go low, it means it's going to be dry. And whenever it's high, that means it's wet.
So the threshold value that I'll need to set will depend on the plant, right? Like if it's like cactus, if it doesn't need to be very wet, then the threshold will be lower. And then if it's a flowering plant that needs more moisture, then it will be closer to moist, it will be higher. Am I right?
True, exactly, yeah. True.
So I guess there's no fixed threshold value, right?
No.
All right.
It's not fixed, yeah. It keeps changing, and these values are just estimated, yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's improve our code. Just show a happy face once our soil is wet. So we'll go to logic category and then drag this if condition over here, and then again logic category and drag this block. All right, so we want to make a comparison first. We will take the soil moisture variable from here into here, and then we will say if the value is less than, let's assume 500, like something in between, almost become dry, all right, near the 360. So I think it's going to be 500, all right? So the value is less than 500, that means the soil moisture is dry, right? So once it's dry, we want to show a sad face on the microbit. So from basic category, show this icon over here. Then we can choose the sad face. If it's above 500, like kinda wet, we can show a happy face this way. All right, so this is pretty much our code. It's really easy, straightforward, and we can try it out now. So let me download it and see together what's gonna happen with our microbit. If you have any questions so far, let me know. Now I'm downloading the code. Still downloading, all right. So now, as you can see, because the nails are dipped inside the water, it's showing a happy face, right? But once I take it out and dip it inside the dry soil, it shows a sad face. And the value is around 300, less than 500, all right? So obviously it's going to show us a sad face. So for this kind of project, you can detect whether your soil is dry or wet. If it's dry, like this situation, you can simply water your soil. Notice here, once I water the soil, the happy face, the face expression will change from sad to happy, right? So notice with me. Oops, yeah. I bought a little too much. So yeah, it changed. Now the plant is very happy. So show us a happy face. This is the idea behind this project. It's really easy. But there is something about this project, which is that like it's not automated. Like you need to come to your plants and water that yourself. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's a really good start. Like
Yeah,
I'm not sure for primary six students, I think, yeah, this year
yeah,
primary six students, they'll be learning this in class. So for all RVT teachers, this is a very simple project that you can use in the class. You only need one microbit, one USB cable, and two crocodile clips and two nails. Okay, you can easily get all this and set it up. And just the simple programming that Ahmad demonstrated just now, you can show them how to get sensor, how to get the reading, and then how to show, like if else block, right? If it's
yeah,
dry, show a sad face. If it's wet, then show a happy face. So yeah, to all teachers and students out there, you can try this project and you can get the reading. But
yeah.
the exciting part is coming up next, right, Ahmad?
Yeah, true.
How
So
are you
yeah,
going to automate this? I want the robot to water the plants for me.
yeah. So yeah, in case you always forget to water your plant or you are lazy to do that yourself, now we will go to the second part and I will show you how. All right?
Yay!
Great. So here it is. Let me just demonstrate to you. So, all right. So just now we have learned only how to detect the soil moisture level. Now it's time to learn how to build an auto plant watering system. That means once your soil becomes dry, the system will automatically water the plants to make it moist or wet. And that's going to be very helpful in case if you forgot to water your plants once they get dry, or let's say if you are going to be far away from your home for a few days, right?
Holiday!
Yeah. So there is a solution for you.
Yep.
So you don't let your plants die, all right? So to do this kind of project in the most effective way and easy way, I recommend to you to use this auto plant watering kit from Citron because it has everything you need to do this project easily. Let's have a quick look inside the kit. Firstly, this kit has a step-by-step guidebook to teach you how to do this project. There is a recap board to make the connection easy between the other components, maker soil moisture sensor, water pump to pour the water into the soil once it's dry, servo motor, and power and data cable. Also, this kit comes with the ice cream stick, cable ties, double-sided tapes, groove cables, extension cable for the servo motor, and lastly, a battery holder. These are the necessary components that we are going to use to make the auto plant watering system. All right, so this is a quick overview on how the components are connected to Rekabit. If you look closely, you will realize there are mainly three components connected to Rekabit. The first one is the soil moisture sensor. It's connected to one groove port, and the water pump is connected to motor terminal. And the last thing is the servo motor connected to the servo port, so it can hold the pipe into the soil. Let me show you the hardware setup first, and then we will see how to do the coding to make this project work. All right. Let me show you. So I'm going to take this away and bring the other setup of watering your plant automatically. So here I have the soil, right, with the servo motor. Over here I have the water pump connected to the Rekabit motor terminal. And lastly, I have the soil moisture sensor over here. All right. This is the soil moisture sensor that we are going to use. If you notice, this soil moisture sensor have 3 labels, right? Dry, moist, wet. So before we even need to do the coding or anything, we can directly use this sensor to detect whether our soil is dry, moist, or wet. An LED will light up for you to show you or to tell you whether your plants are dry, moist, or wet. I will show you that in a second. All right. But before this, I'm going to do the same thing that we did with the previous experiment. I'm going to have or show the reading of the values once the soil is dry and once the soil is wet. I'm going to record these 2 values. All right. So let's start to do the coding. All right. So I will be using the same code. I'm just going to take this away for a moment. I will just need to give the value of the soil moisture sensor. I will change the analog read pin to pin 2 from 0 to pin 2 because I'm connected the my sensor to pin number 2 over here. All right. All right. And then that's it. Let's have the reading of the soil moisture level. I need to connect the microbit to my laptop first. All right, so now I'm downloading the code to my microbit over here. So, all right, now it's ready. So have a look over here before we get the value. As you can see, now the sensor is dry, right? So we have an LED light up under the dry label. So it's showing us the sensor is dry. Pay attention here. If I dip the soil moisture sensor inside the water, it will change to moist or wet. You can see that. So you can detect the soil moisture level directly through this awesome micro. So let's do the same thing we did before. I want to get the value of the sensor once it's dry. So I'm going to press button A. As you can see, the value is around 700. All right. This is in case the soil moisture sensor is dry. Once again, it's around 720. So let's record this value so we can remember it later on. So once the soil is dry, the value will be 720. All right. The soil, let's say it's very wet. I want to get the value, so I'll press button A. You can see it's almost 500. 507. All right. So let's. All right. So if you pay attention, before this, we notice in the previous experiment, if the soil is dry, the reading value will be low, right? But here we have the opposite with this soil moisture sensor. So if the soil is dry, the value will be high. And once it's wet, the value will go low, around 500. All right. So now in this case, we can program our microbit to do other action based on this reading value. Now we want the microbit or the Reka bit board to water our plant whenever it's dry automatically. All right. To stick the soil sensor inside the soil. All right. Then I want to direct my pipe into the soil. All right. As you can see, it's dry right now. And then I will put the water pump inside a water container. So we can have the water going from here to here whenever the soil is dry. All right, so now I will bring these blocks we used before over here. Just a recap. We just said before this, if the soil moisture is less than 500, like we will have this face expression, but now we have the opposite. Now, once the soil moisture is greater than 600, it's going to be dry, 600 and above. So we want the water pump to start moving and water our plant. So we will say if the soil moisture reading is above or greater than 600, it means it's dry. So please water our plant. How to do this? We need an extension, Rekabit extension. So you'll go here to this icon, extensions, and then search for Rekabit. All right. You will have this extension added to your workspace. All right, so here it is. Click on it, and then from DC motor over here, bring this block and snap it under this if condition, right? And then we will add a delay for 5 seconds from basic category over here and snap this block and make it for 5 seconds. And after 5 seconds, we want to stop the motor from running. So go to Rekabit category and drag this block, break motor. So the idea behind this code, the soil moisture will get the reading. If it's dry, above 600, it will show a sad face. The motor will start to move to push the water to our soil for 5 seconds, and then it will break. If it's still dry, it will keep doing that until our soil is wet. All right. So let's download this code and we will see together what happens with our project over here. All right. So I'm pulling up the water pump now. As you can see, it's a sad face. It means the soil is dry. Now I will tip the water pump inside the water container, and it will start to push the water inside the soil moisture. Do you see that? And pay attention to the LED over here. Our plants still sad, need more water. It's very thirsty, I guess. Yeah, now it's happy. It detects the soil is wet now, and the water pump has stopped, and the face expression changed from sad to happy. So this is pretty much the idea behind our project or this system. Now, once the soil moisture become dry again, obviously the water pump automatically will push the water the inside the soil moisture over here. All right. So I think that's pretty much the idea behind our project. I hope you get it and you enjoy it. Let's see what we have else. I think that's it. We will be having a Q&A session. If anyone,
What is the purpose of the servo motor there?
all right, the servo motor over here, like we can, let me show you. The servo motor here, we connect it to the water pipe, right? So if we have a large pot, all right, that have a soil, we can change the angle of the water pipe so it can pour the water in the area of the soil. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But for this case, yeah, I just have a small one. Yeah. And I'm just showing you the basic idea of this kit or this project. But obviously, if we have like a big pot, sure thing we can program our microbit to pour the water in every area of our soil. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for asking this question. Yeah. I
Okay.
forget to mention that.
Okay, so to all our participants who are with us in Zoom, how is it? Did you manage to understand how it works? Like, do you have any question at all for Alhamed? You can unmute and ask, or if you are shy, you can also type in the chat. Okay, any question at all, we are here to answer. Okay, and Zhi Qiang will stand by. He's going to show us his project. Zhi Qiang, are you ready?
Hi everyone.
Everyone say hi to Zhi Qiang.
Hi.
Okay, so let me share about my project first. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Very
so
clear.
here is my project here, and I'm also using the method that taught by Alhamed just now. Okay, so it's quite similar. So I'm also using this moisture sensor here, and also Recabit and Microbit, and also the water pump. Okay, so this will be a bit different with the plant watering system, but I'm using it for a pet feeder. So this normally is for refilling the water for the pet, or you can also use it for the aquarium. Okay, so later I will show you how to use it. And for a nearer look, okay, I've taken another picture, which is I put the moisture sensor into the pet bowl. So this will be the bowl for your pet. Okay, maybe your dog or your cat or any animals will do. So you can just insert this sensor inside it and fill up with water. So after your pet drink the water, and it will be lesser and lesser. So after it reach the threshold value, and it will start refilling up the water again until the maximum level. Okay, so later I will show you how it works. And for another side, which is the pump. Okay, this will be the water tank here. And when the water from the pet bowl is not enough, or it reached the minimum level, then it will activate the pump here to pump water to the pet bowl. Okay, so you will need one pet bowl, which is for your pet to drink the water, and also a water tank to fill up with more water to provide to the pet bowl. Okay, so lastly will be the Recabit board and the microbit, which I use, and also a battery here to power up the whole system. Okay, so I will now share the video. I'm using another device. So so can y'all see? Okay, I think can see, right? Okay, so
Yes,
if
we can
it's not
see.
large enough, then maybe you can pin the video. Oh
Yes.
yeah, thank you. Okay, so it's a bit blur, but I think you can see it. Okay, so here is the water tank, which we have a pump here inside, and for this will be the pet bowl. Okay, for now, the water had reached the maximum level, so it's not the pump is not activated to pump the water anymore. Okay, when I take this sensor up, means that I make the water level to decrease because I don't have pet to drink the water now, so I will need to make it manually. Okay, so I'm taking the sensor out. It's a bit blur. Okay, I'm taking the sensor out slowly, and you will notice that the LD matrix here will be changed. The LD will be changing. Okay, so it actually shows the water level. Okay, so now I move the pipe to another pet bowl first. So it demonstrates that the pet has finished drinking the water. Yeah. And I put it into a new pet bowl. So now, as you can see, it will activate the
Whoa.
pump to pump the water into the pet bowl and refill it.
Wow, this is nice. Auto refilling.
Yeah. Okay, after it reached the maximum level, which is maybe 60 mm here, and it will stop the pump and shows the water level on the LED matrix. Okay, so maybe I can show you one more time. Okay, now I will just pour it to another pet bowl, and you can notice that the LED matrix will be slowly decreasing and turning off one by one. The block. Okay. Okay, so it's a bit blur, but I hope that all of you can see it. Okay, so it had been refilled and it's ready for your pet to drink it. Okay, so I think that's all for the project here, and I will move on to the program. Okay, for the program, it's quite easy. Okay, because I just use two forever loop. For the first one will be the loop to check the sensor. Okay, to check the water level or the moisture sensor. Although it's a moisture sensor, but it can be used to check the water level also, because when the water level is high, it means the soil is wet also, because the threshold value will be lower. Okay, when the water level is low, it means the soil is dry, so the value will be higher. Okay, so for here, this part, 440 will be the value for my side. So for your side, you need to test it yourself by using the method shared by Alhamed just now. Okay, So for 440 will be the maximum water level value. So for this part, I will break the motor to stop pumping the water. And when it's lesser than 700, it means that the water is still refilling. Okay, it's not, it haven't reached the maximum water level, so you can't stop your motor right now. Okay, you need to make sure that it reached the maximum water level, only you break the water. So for here, I will just leave it blank so that the motor will not be activated or will not be stopped. And lastly will be else, which is more than 700, will be the minimum water level. So it will run the motor to pump the water. Okay, for another side, I've used a variable which is water. So I set this water to the pin. Pin 0 is the sensor that I've connected from low to high and from to low to high. Okay, I think this one, the words here, there are some problems. Okay, but never mind. So 440 will be the maximum water level. So I'll set it to high here, 25. Sorry. I'll set it to 25, means that it reached the maximum water level. And for the lower part, the minimum water level, I'll set it to 0. Okay, because if I didn't use this method, okay, you will notice that maybe you will mess up, because why when the water level is high and it will show 440, but when the water level is low, it will show 700. So maybe you will mess up yourself. So I'm map this pin and the value to the opposite value. Okay, so after that, I will use this water, the value here, to show it. So when I press the logo, okay, I can show this. Okay, when I press the logo here on the LED, on the microbit board, it will show the water level. So for now, it's 25 because it's the maximum water level. And when I take it up, okay, maybe half of it, and I press again, okay, it will show trough. So it means at the medium water level. Okay, I show it one more time. Now it's 2 and it reached the minimum water level. Okay, so that's for the logo pressing part to show the water level. And next will be the melody. When our pin is larger than 700, means that it reached the minimum water level. It will play a melody power up, okay, to make some sound maybe, okay, and show a refilling this word on the LED matrix. And lastly, for the else part, means that after refilling it or when your pet is drinking your water, the LED matrix will show the graph of your water up to 25. So 25 here is actually a value. I set it 25 because there are a total of 25 LED matrix on the microbit. So I will set it as 25. Okay, and I think that's all for my program. It's quite easy. So any questions that of you want to ask?
We received a request to share the video. So yes, we are recording the session. So for those, if you need to watch again, we will share the link later. Yeah. Any question for Zhi Qiang? Anyone here with pets? Do you have a pet, Alhamed? No.
Not yet, but
Not
maybe in the
yet.
future. I will be using this project, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, can use it for fish tank as well, right? If
Yeah,
the
yeah.
water level is too low and so on. And I think there's a project, something related to this also in the textbook for, I think for SK schools. They use it to detect the water level for the hydroponic system or something like that. Yeah. So it's very interesting. So yep, I think we have shared 2 projects, one by Alhamed for auto plant watering and one more from Zhi Qiang for auto pet feeder or watering. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask us. If not, then I think that's all for today. Any questions at all before we say bye-bye? Any question? Okay, Tun Nazura said, good project. Kanageshwari said, very interesting. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So we shared 2 projects. So if you have your own projects that you like to share with us, any Spark project, you can share the video and then send the link to us. Okay? We'll love to check out your projects as well. So before we go, Zhi Qiang, Alhamed, any word of motivation for our viewers so that they can start making? Who like to go first? Alhamed, you go first.
Yes. First of all, like, I enjoyed this session and I enjoy sharing my knowledge with you guys, and I hope you keep learning. Yeah, these like kind of coding have no limits. You can do amazing stuff. Yeah, and it's really awesome, and you can have fun always, as you say.
Yes, and Alhamed did a lot of projects with Rekabit, a lot of tutorials. So for teachers and students here, if you like to check out more of Alhamed's Rekabit projects, where can they go to, Alhamed? Can you show us? Is it on YouTube or
Yeah,
YouTube,
it's
right?
on Saturn Technologies channel on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, Alhamed, maybe if you can quickly grab the link and share in the chat,
let me
then
get it.
our viewers can check it out later.
Of
So
course, yeah.
for more Rekabit projects, you can click the link that Alhamed is going to share in the chat, and you can have more. I think Alhamed did for vacuum, right? Vacuum, and then auto dispenser. What else? I think there were a few games.
Yeah, like penalty game, football game, and there is like a purple blower game with the noise surrounding, and also there is
Alarm clock, right? There's
alarm. Yeah, true. Yeah, I will be sharing that right now.
Yeah, lots of wonderful projects for Alhamed.
Yeah.
And I think there's a question for you, Alhamed, in the chat.
Yeah.
It says here from Ting Liming, if don't have maker soil, how to make sure the reading value for the wet and dry soil? Okay, maybe she missed the first part. So if you do not have the maker soil moisture sensor, the purple one, very beautiful. Okay, you can substitute with just 2 nails and crocodile clips. Okay, so that was right at the beginning. So later on when I share the video, you can watch the beginning part, the first part. Alhamed showed how to get the reading using the 2 nails. Yeah, a simple one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay, Alhamed, have
all
you
right, I will
shared
be
the
sharing
link?
the link now.
Yeah. Okay.
This.
Okay, and while Alhamed is doing that, over to Zhi Qiang. How's your preparation, Zhi Qiang? Ready to fly?
Yeah. I'm flying on 71 this month.
Wow, that's so soon. Okay, for everyone's information, I got to know Zhi Qiang through RAC, yeah, and Zhi Qiang has been learning robotics and coding, and he has been building projects. Excellent student, and he's flying off to, I think, one of the best university in China. It's really hard to get in, and yeah, he's an outstanding student.
Congrats.
So yay!
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
all the best.
Yes, we are so proud of you, Zhi Qiang. Go and make us proud, and make sure you come back.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
And even while you are there, we are going to get you to come and share. You can go live, right, from China.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so we'd like to take this opportunity to thank Alhamed and thank Zhi Qiang for spending their Saturday morning sharing their knowledge with us. And it was so fun checking out your projects. Really
Yeah.
nice. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And all the best,
Thank you
Zhi
as
Qiang.
well.
And
Thank
yep,
you.
and more projects for Alhamed coming up. Okay, I think that's all
Alright,
for
sure thing,
today.
yeah.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. See you again next month.
Thank you. Have a great
Bye.
week.